This is going to be a quick recording that goes through how to add iframes to courses in Articulate 360, specifically Rise 360. Iframes are a way that we can make these courses be handbook first because iframes will let us to they enable us to display the handbook on to courses in Articulate. So once you create a new course, and I've just kind of populated this with a bunch of test columns, you're going to want to go into the lesson and choose add content. So I'm going to choose to add a lesson content instead of a quiz. The way that Rise 360 works is that you're building up your lessons based on content blocks. It's really similar to tools like website building tools, like Squarespace is all about building content blocks. This is really similar. So you can click on this all block section to see more kinds of blocks. If you want to add an iframe, you go to the multimedia section and then you choose an embed block. And then I'll click out and show you what this looks like now. So this is just an example and it shows you how you can embed a Vimeo link. From here, once you've created it, you have to edit the embedded content. So you go to this edit page and you will go to change. And here is where you add the URL or the iframe that you want to include. So I'm going to switch over to this document that's available in the handbook to GitLab team members. And it's just a working document to have to be able to copy and paste iframe resources. If you ever need to learn more about iframes, if you go to w3schools.com, it tells you more about this HTML iframe tag and how it's built. So you have the opening part of the tag, iframe, and then src equals, this is where you put the link. Title equals, this is where you put the title. You close the beginning iframe tag, and then you put the closing tag. So in HTML, this opens the tag, and then this backslash and iframe will close the tag. Any information that's going into the iframe will go into this first opening tag of the iframe. So I'm just going to come here to copy an example, and I'm going to show you how you would add it to this Articulate course. So again, I'm in this multimedia embed content block. I hit edit, then I go to change, and I'm going to paste in this iframe. So the important thing to remember in Articulate is you can't like dynamically edit the 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 tag itself. So I'll show you as an example, like if I were to close this out and I went back to edit and I went to change, it's gone again. So what I have to do is like I always have to hit enter to save it. But then also whenever you want to change it, you need to copy it and then go to change and then paste it to make the edits. So let me show that again. So that's like a little bit more, so that makes a little bit more sense. So if I go to edit, I can see that I already have this iframe in there, but if I hit change, it's gone. To save yourself some time, when you hit edit, copy and paste what's already there into the change block, so then you can just make edits instead of completely change the iframe. So I have the open iframe tag, src equals, and then in double quotations, I have the link. It's just this short toes page for an example. Then there's a few different kinds of tags that you can put in to the iframe to change the way it looks on the screen. So I actually don't use the width. I just let the width be whatever the automatic width is because it shows the whole width of the page. In my experience, what I found is that with the height in Articulate 360, it starts with 10. And I will hit enter to show you how that changes the page. And you can see in this box, it has just made this, whatever 10 means. I'm not sure the unit that they use, but 10 defines, I think it might be lines of the page. It's showing 10 lines of text from the page, but I'm not entirely sure. So starting with 10 will give you an idea of the size of the page on the block, or the size of the block on the page. And you can see also that it's scrolling. So really, even though the iframe is linking to that short toes section on this page, I can see this whole page through the iframe. So there's a couple of things you can do to improve the user experience here. So again, I'm going to go to edit, copy, change. I'm going to paste what I have in here. I'm going to add the tag scrolling equals no. And then I'll hit enter, and I'll show you that now it links to this short toes page, and you'll notice that I can no longer scroll. So by adding that tag scrolling equals no, you have prevented the option to scroll within the iframe. I find this increases or improves the user experience because the user is only able to see this information. They'd have to go to another iframe to see more. Another way that you can increase the user or improve, sorry, the user experience here is if I really only wanted them to review this section about short toes, I would ideally like to take out this it's impossible to know everything section because it's not the same as short toes. In order to take that out, what I can do is adjust the height of the box. So I'll go back to edit, copy, go to change, paste. And I'm going to, this is kind of like guess and check because it's not dynamic when you're editing. I'm just going to guess 5 and see what that does for me. I'm just testing my theory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's about 5 lines of text on the page relates to the height, but I can see that this is too small. The box has changed. It's taken out the no one can know everything section, and but it's cut off some of the short toes section. So I have to go back to edit, copy, change, paste it in here. I'm going to try 6 instead. I hit enter, and now I can see that the entire short toes section is here. Scrolling is off, and it is dynamically showing this section on the handbook into this iframe. Then say, I'll just do one more example, just in case I wanted to actually show another section on that page. So I would go back, all text blocks, multimedia, embed, click out of here. I'm actually going to just show this interactive learning handbook page instead as another example. I go to edit, sorry. First I go into this document if I'd like, and I copy one of the iframe tags. Like I said, you can also go to W3 Schools and copy the iframe tag from here. It doesn't matter. Go back to Articulate, I hit edit, change. I copy the frame in here. I'm going to go back and grab the link that I want. I'm going to change the link here. So I have my opening tag iframe src equals double quotes the link that I want this iframe to go to. Then I have my height, and I'm going to, oh, it's finicky. I have to do this again. Back, copy the frame in here, copy the link. I'm going to put the link in that I want. Okay, this is where I was. I'm going to change the height to 10. I'm going to remove the width because I don't care about the width. I'm going to set scrolling equal to no, and I'm going to change the title. The title is just metadata on the iframe, so I'm going to change it to Handbook First Learning, and then I'm going to hit enter. And you'll see now that it is linking to this page, and oh, it looks like it's linking to a different section on the page, and it's showing just this one section on the page. And again, if I wanted to edit it, I could hit copy, go to change. Maybe I want to make this 32. I want to show a big section of the page. And now the height of the box is 32, and it's showing me a big section of this Handbook First Learning page. So hopefully this is helpful. This is going to be documented on this Handbook First Learning page. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to learn more, this Handbook First approach to interactive learning is how the learning content creators at GitLab use the handbook as a tool to create Handbook First learning content. Thanks.